Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. I'm SocietySucks and today I'm watching Surprise Attack by HLC. Yeah, the US has struck Iran a few more times and a Russian missile has landed in Poland, so I'm gonna guess that's also gonna be in this video. But let's see.
For my run in 2028, I will solve America's homeless problem.
Buff, we can't
don't think that's
bomb
gonna
Los
happen.
Angeles.
I mean, we can. It's more like a guideline. Like
Yeah, like,
shouldn't.
you can, but you shouldn't.
No, what do you think? Listen, I'm refining myself here, and I'm coming up with real solutions. It's a three-part solution.
Okay, Mr.
If you're
Politician, since you
homeless,
had this
just
bright idea,
buy
let's
a
go ahead and start
house.
this video off this way. How are you going to solve America's homeless problem in its entirety?
I put a lot of thought into this. Okay, so step one, we bring back asylums, because let's face it, there are some people that no amount of medication can ever make them functioning members of society. Let's just be real.
We may need some more
Yeah.
regulation on that nowadays because asylums were like safe havens for human experimentation.
That's
While
also
they did
true.
yield some good medical results, they were morally and ethically questionable.
Yeah, very bad.
Step two, we put all the trans people in there.
Buff.
I'm just kidding. You know, Reagan always opened up with a joke. I figured I might as well. No, besides, Muslims are way higher on the list. Step two, we drastically expand America's, like, drug treatment facilities and like, halfway houses and stuff like that.
I mean, aside from the cost, that's
Yeah.
actually not a half bad idea because most of them are struggling from some kind of drug addiction. But you have repeat offenders and stuff like that. And I mean, how are you going to convince John Q. Public?
I mean, it doesn't just have to be drugs. They could also be struggling with alcohol and maybe something else too.
That they're going to want to pay for that?
Oh, that's step three, my boy. Step three, we make it federally legal that if a homeless person begs you for money or loiters on your property, you can use physical contact. Actually, fuck it, just violence. Physical violence against them. They have
I
two
don't think that's
choices.
gonna fly.
Get better or get these fucking hands.
And that's where you lost me. Come
Yeah.
on, Buff. I mean, most of the United States don't even have mutual combat laws anymore.
Yeah, I might have lost you, but I got them. And besides, all 50 states have mutual combat laws if you're not a bitch.
This is kind of old news. I just forgot to mention it in the last video. Hey, Russia, did you just lose another Su-57?
Yeah,
Was that
yeah.
us?
It crashed
Someone needs to get a medal
near
if that was
Moscow.
us.
No. The Ukrainians are not powerful and have good.
I did hear that apparently the Ukrainians somehow hacked Russian systems and got the Russian anti-air to shoot down that Su-57. Is this true? I don't know. This is just what I've heard. And based on some of the previous things the Ukraine has done, I wouldn't say this is impossible. I'd say unlikely. Probably just a malfunction of the Russian aircraft. But it could have been the Ukrainians. They've pulled some crazy shit before.
Enough sensors and radars or anything to be able to shoot down my fifth, maybe plus, generation stealth
Fifth.
fighter.
Ha! It ain't stealth and it
shut
ain't
it down
fifth
ourselves.
generation.
You know that's not any better, right? You
Yeah.
might as well just say they did it.
Arguably worse. That's like saying, hey man, you want to fight me? Hold on, let me punch myself in the face a couple of times before we get
Oh,
started.
they've done it. They've shot
Just
down
wait.
plenty of their
The
own.
next wave of drones and missiles will really show them this time.
It
You know,
really
your terror
didn't.
bombing at this point just does nothing but pisses
Yeah.
us off, right?
Where did that come from?
You know where?
It was Russian?
Yes.
I don't like Russians.
Will you keep control of your missiles? Because there is only so long I can keep pulling on Poland and convince him not to fold your ass.
I like this representation of Poland really wanting to just go at Russia, but realistically, that's not going to happen because a singular missile or drone landing in Poland or Romania, because that's also been happening, these are all clear provocations. It's Russia testing NATO. If NATO decides to actually respond to this in an aggressive manner, that's showing that Russia's provocations are working. Really, this should just accelerate even more sanctions and even more seizing of Russian assets.
It was a misinput. You calm the fuck down, you too. Okay, Kurva. You just wait till I have a missed input and I make Moscow Polish again. It was 2
That's
years,
happened
like
before.
fucking 300 years ago.
But we were
during
the only
Russian
ones who
time of
did it.
troubles. You have 1 million casualties. You've lost thousands of tanks, aircraft, ships, boats, planes, everything. You're in the time of troubles, you fucking dipshit.
Yes,
Time
they
of
are.
troubles. Oh shit! It's like that. I got one time your mom tried that thing. I'm not a big fan of. There was no reason that we needed to have a goat present. What am I, Middle Eastern?
You fucking plane. You
I know. Shut up my mouth or whatever the fuck you're gonna say.
Well, to be fair, there are certain parts of Russia that have a lot of Muslims, mainly in the Caucasus. Like, for example, I think the Chechens, they're Muslims. Well, that's at least the dominant religion there. And based on how Russia's mom gets around with a lot of people, there's probably been a few times where a goat had to be invited.
Bitch.
Do you really have members of the Senate berating Dr. Fauci, who was responsible for trying to keep Americans alive during the most recent pandemic? Look, man, my shit is missiles, radars, drones, planes. What kind of planes? I'm not a virologist.
Yeah.
While I feel like some of his decisions that were made were not self-serving, genuinely for the betterment of the public.
I don't actually know who Fauci is.
That's not really a good thing. It's not a good look in general. I could completely understand that. But also getting rich while trying to save American lives. Also not a good look.
That's quite literally every medical company in the United States. They get rich off of saving people's lives by making the medications overpriced as hell. Like, that's not just him if he does that. That's quite literally every single, well, not just medical companies, any company in the US. Not to say this doesn't happen outside of the US, but it does. But in the US, it's much easier for them to abuse patents and do this even more than you could in like Europe or somewhere else.
Thought he couldn't plead the fifth because he got pardoned.
I am also not a professor of constitutional law. I have never in my life heard of circumstances in which an individual doesn't have one of their fundamental rights. So I don't know. I don't know the rules on that. I understand what the senator or congressman said, and that he doesn't have that ability, but I've never in my life heard of someone having to give up one of their fundamental rights just because they got a pardon. Like, I'm genuinely
Yeah, that doesn't
curious.
make much sense, does it?
It doesn't make any sense to me. So berating him was just political theater. Theater. Ooh, that word is hard in this accent.
Theater.
Well, that depends on what happens next. If he's held accountable, either civilly or criminally, then no, it's not political theater. And they were absolutely true and correct when they said that he didn't have that fundamental right. But if nothing happens and everyone just gets mad and posts shit all over Twitter, yeah,
It's probably what's going to happen.
I'm going to save you on this one, boss. I've been around a long time. Not as long as you, but if a politician is speaking, it's political theater.
Yeah, that's true.
In the last video we had talked about, and the only reason I'm bringing
Political theater.
Ukraine, in the last video we had talked about, and the only reason I'm bringing this up is because they actually said this. In the last video we talked about you blowing up that ship that was supposed to be bringing me supplies in the Caspian Sea.
Yeah, get fucked.
And I want to remind you that any aggression towards me is obviously you operating at the behest of Israel. Do you have goat semen in your ears? Look, man, I made
He
this
definitely
very clear
does,
in the last
yeah.
video. It's like Russia was moving equipment that could be used for military purposes. I destroy it. Like,
Yeah,
it's not very
true.
hard to understand.
Oh, God. Iran changed the fucking record, dude. Seriously. I'm so tired of the
Iran's
Jews.
not gonna
It's
do
always
shit
the Jews,
to
bro.
Ukraine.
Think of something fucking else, man. Like, don't get
That
me
much
wrong.
is obvious.
They ain't perfect, and I call them out for plenty of bullshit whenever they do it. You know, go and clip it.
Also, I don't know if this is going to be mentioned, but I heard some talk about how Saudi Arabia is apparently gearing up for a longer fight against the Houthis, possibly even a ground invasion. Don't know if any of this is true, but maybe. I would be very happy. Fuck the Houthis. Kill them all.
Digging tunnels under New York. USS Liberty. Still kind of upset about that. But anyways. But dude, seriously. Your fucking Ayatollah, if he could walk or was even fucking alive, stub his toe and he's like, God, the Jews!
They are the number one aggressor here in the Middle East.
Yeah.
Have you considered, like, not funding terror groups that attack them randomly and
Yeah,
then surprised when you're terror?
The country that funds terror groups all across the Middle East is calling other people aggressors. Iran's bullshit will never not be
Your
hilarious.
homies get bodied and killed, and innocent people. It's kind of hard to tell the difference when they don't wear a uniform. Just throwing that out there.
Why would I do that and even listen to you in the West? You are their little lapdog.
No. You're just a piece of shit.
Yeah.
What in the hell, Saudi?
Yeah, that was
You
a drone
have
operation.
Iranian
Sorry we couldn't warn
fucking
you ahead of
people
time,
in
but
there, so
you
get
don't really
fucked.
Trust people in your country, but
Get
don't
fucked,
worry, all
Iraq.
20 of them were IRGC. Verified.
Yeah?
Saudi, it was supposed to be us against the Zionists. No,
Hell
no.
no.
It is regular Muslims that want to live in peace
Yes.
against extremism. Why do you think the extremism laws in all functioning Middle Eastern countries are so fucking strict? Because we don't put up with the bullshit like you do. Oh shit,
Yep.
dude. We're
Yep.
bombing Iraq again? Oh,
Yes.
throwback. Don't worry, Bush. We'll get Katrina this time.
That plane has done so many drugs. At this point, I'm wondering if he would be more or less scary sober. Now, Iran,
More.
Iran, whatever. We have stopped bombing your country after like 12 days of doing so. You have about 20% of what you had previously.
But you started bombing them
Let's
again recently.
Open the door and maybe start
Like yesterday.
having a conversation.
Or 2 days ago
Sorry
now.
to
I don't
interrupt
know.
you two lovebirds, but we got incoming.
Also, another thing I've heard is that apparently the US has withdrawn the last Patriot from Erbil, which is in Iraq. Or at least like it's withdrawing the rest of their forces with the Patriots already having been removed or something. Interesting move there. We'll see what happens.
Let's be advised, fireball, fireball, fireball. All right, we got birds away. Splash on all incoming TBMs. Fucker thought he was quick.
Surprise. Whoa. You got me there, man. Dude, he's super sneaky. He like disappeared.
God damn it, Uncle Sam. Will you tell Washington to stay the fuck out of war? You cannot negotiate with people that want to kill you.
Yeah.
So here's what you do. You tell the politicians, hey, take a back seat. Your job was diplomacy. Mine is war. You failed at yours. I'm not going
Yeah.
to fail at mine. And you just tell them to stay the fuck out of the way, and we keep killing them until
Yes.
whatever's left of whatever version of Ayatollah they're on walks up and says, hey, can you please stop murdering us? And then we decide if that's a good enough fucking deal.
Listen, Buff, I've been here 250 years. I agree with you. I think you guys just saw my mouse on. Wow, that's.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have had that on that screen. Anyways, so I'm going to just go ahead and.
Yeah, I mean, the
quote
politicians are going to be the
General
politicians.
Sherman here. War is cruelty. There is no use trying to reform it. The crueler it is, the sooner it will be over.
Yeah, the faster it
The
ends.
reality is, the IRGC doesn't want peace.
That's true.
They don't. Under any stretch of the imagination. Making peace with anybody is a very Western ideology.
True. As
Most
well.
of them out there in the world aren't going to be satisfied until one of them
wins.
Exists.
Yeah.
And I tell you right now, if we moved out of there and they wiped Israel off the map, they would still be at war with one another.
Yeah,
Because of different
that's
tribes,
true.
different factions, different, slightly different belief.
Oh, yeah, them terror monkeys have been killing each other for fucking millennia over whoever that has the best fucking imaginary friend in the sky.
I'm a student of history. I pay attention to things that have happened. I know what all-out war looks like. I've never seen it personally. I've studied it heavily.
The majority of
More
people
were
have
killed on
not.
mainland Japan with napalm than both atomic bombs combined. Most Americans don't know that. The Berlin firebombing. 90,000
Yeah.
people killed by Americans, Canadians, and British in about a week. These things are awful. But oftentimes,
helps
to
ends the
win
war
against
sooner.
someone who is that devout, you have to put them into a precarious position between a rock and a hard place, where what is more important to them? Remaining in power or the continued existence of their people?
Are you speaking of a genocide?
Well, I think we know what the IRGC cares more about. It's staying in power and continuing their agenda. They don't give a fuck about the people. You remember just how many civilians they killed during the protest, right?
No, that would be easy. We could do that in 5-6 hours.
Yeah?
What I'm speaking of is
You really
hitting
could.
military targets, infrastructure, and any way that they could use to build anything so hard that they have no choice but face annihilation. It's not ideal, and of course we would try and mitigate civilian casualties as much as possible, but I challenge anyone to find a war in human history where innocent civilians were not killed. You won't find one. I've never seen one.
There's none.
Also, this is like day one OPSEC stuff. Whoever is in the Middle East right now, can you stop posting videos and pictures of strikes and things like that? Stop giving the enemy BDAs, which is battle damage assessments. They know how close they are. They know what adjustments they need to make. Stop doing that. You've disappointed me. Although I will say, when I was required
hell is
mandatory
this?
online training, this wasn't happening. Okay, everybody calm down. There's just some people at the border who want to come here
I've heard of this.
and just
Turn
experience
them
a new
right
life.
back around.
Spain, you literally have thousands of people pouring over your border from
yeah,
Morocco.
that's not
You should deploy
migrants.
some
That's an
kind of force
invasion.
to like at least organize it a little bit. No, they are mostly women and children looking for a better life.
I don't know.
think I've seen a single
Yeah,
woman
the
and or
videos
child
were
in
men.
any of the videos I've seen. All of them are military-aged males.
Yes. It's
I
an
don't know
invasion.
how Morocco aligns. That's not really a part of the world that I paid attention to very much. So, but this could be problematic.
It is.
Shit, man, I can't wait to visit Spain next year.
What you should be doing is get the men from your country, from the military, give them guns, point them at the migrants, and tell them, get the fuck back over that fence or you're gonna get shot. Because that is an invasion. How do you deal with invasions? By killing the enemy or getting them to go back home.
You guys are gonna have a whole new, like, holiday, the running of the immigrant.
Yeah, if Spain doesn't find its balls anytime soon, there's gonna be a need for another Reconquista. But yeah, I don't have much more to say here, so I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider subscribing and leaving a like. If you want to see more reactions, check out this video right here. And with that, I'll see you in the next video.